Hello, Tara here. Today I'm trying desperately to get back on track with all kinds of things. So I've got day 3 of the Follow a Sketch February sketches. Doesn't say on here where it's from. Thought they all had kind of a notation as to where it came from. I'll have to look that up. And I pulled one of my page kits from my Old into New series. So this one has, let's see, we've got some Simple Stories paper from here and there. That's one side. That's the other. I've got a few pieces from the Love Elsie collection. So this was that canvas paper. This was an embossed cardstock. Well, an embossed pattern paper because it's a white core. So you can kind of see the little trees there. This little snippet of little applique type items that she did, and then just this, I don't know, it's been, I think I ran over it with my chair, to be honest. It's rough. And then a couple of sheets from the Honeybee 6x8, whatever that was. Shoot, what was that? I don't even know where I put it. Anyway, it's gotta be here somewhere, right? Anyway, okay, so then with that I had, well, I guess I should say what photos I'm doing. I'm not going to show the photos because they are hunting photos and I'm not sure how people feel about that. So I know I'm not a huge fan, but my son and my husband hunt, so you know, got to record stuff for them too. So there are 5 horizontal, and these end up being 3 5/8 by 2 3/4. So I thought instead of, like, on here you've got 3 4x4s. So if I do 3 of these here, that makes up for this line, and then we'll do 2 here, and then it kind of just will come up here a little bit, but otherwise I can follow this pretty well. So as far as embellishments that I'd set aside for this page kit, we have enamel dots. Can use those. These sequins, I don't think they really work with a hunting layout. So I'm just gonna put those aside. We're not using that. This hike one, I don't think I'm going to use. The florals, I don't know. I can maybe use some of the leaves, like the fronds, but I don't think florals really fit the theme. Some of these will work. Moment in Nature, My Happy Place. Yeah, and I mean, the colors look really pretty with it, so I will use some of those, at least one. Got this little pretty little Studio Beautiful Day alpha. Can probably use those. And then the larger alpha that I had pulled was this one, Handmade, which for some reason it would be Jen Hadfield or Paige Evans, probably, right? I don't know, it doesn't say. I'm thinking more, I don't know, I'm thinking more Paige Evans for whatever reason. So we've got that, and definitely those colors will work. These little Studio Calico Craft, they're little hearts. I don't know. That's a maybe. Can definitely use some of these epoxy, well, they call them gel stickers back in the day, but they're like epoxy embellishments. And then these Cosmo Cricket, just because. So I think there was a couple in here that I could use. What did I see? Memories, and I think there was a Together on here too that might work. Anyway, make beautiful things every day. That's not gonna fly, right? So that's in the maybe pile. We've got a maybe, a yes, and a no pile. Okay, so Put the nose away. So then, as far as the papers go, oh, I think I had I did have a sheet of craft here too. Okay, so what I was thinking was, kind of quick looked at it so I'd have some sort of plan. I'm thinking that for the background, but I do like a border. I know well, no, let's not do a border. We can ink maybe with a navy around the edge for something different. I'm trying to not do the same thing constantly because, you know. So if that's our background, we need 1, 2, 3 different pattern papers to tuck in behind. And actually I might use this for the photos to go on, maybe. And then, so you've got that kind of block in the center. I don't know if that's, because there's only a little bit showing, and then that makes that look weird. I don't know. So what if we do, oh, I know. Let's do this one instead. But then you really don't see any of those trees. That's kind of a waste. How about this one? See, there's such little bit showing that it's a waste to use a pattern paper, in my opinion. Okay, we'll use the craft. We'll use the craft. We'll use the craft as our photo mat then. Yeah, that'll work better. And then the other patterns will show up a little bit nicer. I've lost my other two. Okay. So then for let's see, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. What if we used, I want to use up this for sure. So that will be 1 tucky tuck paper. And then I'd like to use that, but it kind of gets lost. What if we use that for the title block? A little section of that, maybe. No. Yeah, no. This actually does not use up a whole heck of a lot of paper, does it? This particular. So I was thinking for sure the orange, and I don't know whether I want to do dots or stripes. Maybe stripes because we've got dots there. And then what if I used the stripy one for the ones that go horizontally, because there's only one that goes like that. So that would be 1. Yeah. Okay. And then maybe to matte. Do I have enough of that to matte? No. I won't bother with a second matte, maybe. I'll just sand the edges of my photos. Okay, so set that aside. Then I thought I could go in with maybe, oh, what did I decide for the title? I didn't decide anything. So maybe we could use a chunk of this. We'll still go with the chunk of that for this title block. There won't be as much showing because the photos take up more. And then I thought maybe one of these cards could go up, like say either this one or this one or that one. I think that one. So that can tuck up there in place of this quote, speech bubble. And then as far as these little X's go, I thought maybe I could fussy cut some of these out and use those just as random embellishments scattered around. And then pair those with some of these and these to make little groupings. Say there's 1, 2, 3, and then just tuck something underneath in those two corners. Maybe I want to bring in a tag or two. Can maybe use those, see they've got doilies here. I could maybe do something with a couple of tags in that area. So like I wouldn't have to have these people, but I could have, although they're not in the mountains, they're just in our bush. Just use maybe a couple of these then. Like say the clouds. Oh, this one's pretty. Maybe the orange. No, it's gonna fight with that orange then. One. Oh, this is a nice neutral. Yeah, that's 3. I do like to have 3 if I'm gonna do them. And then fussy cut those. And then there's a little kind of a, what do you call it, flag banner there. I could use one of these for that, or yeah, I might use, actually I maybe a couple of those just kind of layered together. Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah, okay. So I am going to get my base down and then we'll mess around with the clusters together. 1 second. Okay, here's where we're at. So to begin with, I wanted to make sure that I looked on the back to see if there was anything I wanted to salvage, and I cut this little guy out of this spot here, but we don't do a lot of traveling, so I didn't think there was a whole lot there that I needed. So I just cut that little fella out and saved him. It's cute, right? Anyway, so the original plan was to do the craft as the matting, or the matting block for the photos. And then I decided I wanted something else in there. So I used that black, the textured cardstock, embossed cardstock. And I had said I wasn't going to distress everything, but then I thought I wanted to sand. I don't know if you can tell. I just sanded kind of lightly over the top so that the trees would show. And then with this canvas paper, I knew it was going to have some, we could play that up by pulling some threads loose. So I thought, yeah, let's distress. So I really like how this is going. Like, I mean, you would just need a few scraps of paper to get this look, because they're just little pieces tucked in around. And then I added the 2 tags, ran this one off the page and cut it off. I layered 3 of these, and I had my photos down while I was placing these just so I could make sure I wasn't covering up anything. But under the tops of the tags and under some of the corners, I've put just like a little foam dot, just so I don't know if any of y'all have been to a hunting cabin before, or a hunting shack, but a lot of times they have pictures up of different groups or whatever, and it's kind of like they're not nice cabins, but they've got crap plastered everywhere. So I thought this kind of looks like a beaten wall with, you know, photos and little things on it. So I like how that's looking so far. So pretty close to the sketch, right? Now we just need to add in a few embellishments. On here, they've got them kind of scattered all over. I think I kind of was looking at things. I think I'm going to try and keep it to just, maybe I was going to do maybe 3, but I'm thinking maybe just 2. With everything else, I don't like things that are like hanging out on their own. So maybe a few up here and a few down here. So I pulled 2 of the buttons, or the canvas flare from Scrap and Happy Studio. So nature, outside in nature, and in my happy place. So I thought this one could go here. And the photo that's going to go here is like, it's my son when he was young. It was probably the first time he'd ever been out with the guys. So he was beyond excited because he's the hunter in the family for sure. Even more so than my husband. That's something heavy. Something heavy. Let's do that. You stay. Yeah. And then wondering about, yeah, let's tuck him under. And then, yeah, so while I was doing this, I hope my camera is in the right spot, because I ended up taking a couple of phone calls, and so anyway, because I'm so fancy, it is my phone as a camera. So I had to remove it to speak on the phone. Yeah. There was a lady checking up to see how my mom was doing from her church, and I don't know if I want it. Does that look goofy? It says sun on it. Like, I like the sun, but I don't think I want it saying sun. Maybe we'll not use that. Got this wee cloud. I thought he was cute that I fussy cut. Anyway, it was a lady from my mom's church asking about going to visit her, and unfortunately, a lady that sits at my mom's table at her residence tested positive for COVID the other day. So even though the woman is not really sick, she had a bit of a cough. My mom has to, and my mom tested negative, she has to stay in her room for 5 days now. I can go and see her, which is good, but you know, she was just getting settled in and starting to look forward to doing some of the things with, like, some of the activities. She was just able to walk a little better on her own, and so they'll take her meals in her room. I can go and see her, so I might, well, I'm gonna pretty well have to go every day, because she's gonna be pretty lonely, I think. And I might take it one of those days that I go, because just for something different. Although the food is excellent where she's at. She's loving it. The food part of it anyway. Yeah, so that's that. I just got a package delivery, and I'm gonna try and film a haul after I get done with this, because it's got some neat stuff in it that I would like to share. Let's see. Okay. Oh, perfect here. Perfect. You're glued it on crooked. Do you like that? Oh. Okay, so we've got a leaf there. So, I've got those 2 epoxies, and I've got that leaf, and I've got this epoxy, and we still have those Cosmo Cricut wordy bits, some enamel dots. Let's see. I want to cover, I didn't want to put twine in those tag holes, so I kind of want to cover those up with embellishments maybe. Let's see. Yeah. There. Now let's put some foam on the back of this one. So what lines is everybody excited about getting their hands on right now? I just ordered, well no, I didn't just order. I am looking to order that Simple Stories Remember line. I think it's just beautiful. And I'm hoping that it'll come in a few more kits. I'm guessing it will. Like I could totally see the scrap room doing a kit based off of that. What did they do this month? Oh, it's the more lovey-dovey one that's coming this month. Trucks coming and going. Never a dull moment around here. Let's see. Maybe leave it at that for those. So I don't know. I think we could get away with a couple of these little the fronds from the Simple Stories. I don't want to get into florals, but I always think these, oh, that's nice. Or do we want to, because we've got kind of that green color there already with the, maybe tuck that guy in there. Maybe this one down here. So I'm going to add, I'm not going to put my journaling on while I'm doing this. I'll do that after the fact when I put my photos on. Yeah, I know. I have a hard time doing the hunting photos just because it's one that I'm not going to necessarily show. So usually when I'm doing something, it's like, oh, well, I gotta have something that I can post. But I've seen somebody else, who the heck was it? She just blurs it out, and I thought, well, I guess you could do that. I don't generally do that, but that is a great alternative. There, and that covers up that little dead space there. Okay, what else? Do we want another one of these somewhere? Do we want another? Nah. I think those two little bits is just enough to give it another little texture. Okay, and oh, I was going to do memories. And I thought there was a together on here. Together. You guys have probably been yelling at me. Okay, so we'll just put, I think maybe just put a little dab of glue on because I don't know how sticky these are. They're Cosmo Crickets, so they've been around for a minute. Memories together. That's nice. That's nice. So that's good for that. Used a few. I mean, I'm not using a lot of anything. And the other thing that I had in this kit, and I forgot to, I just had them laying here, were these Tim Holtz. Nature creates the greatest effects with the most limited means. Gratitude turns what we have into enough. When nothing is sure, everything is possible. I don't think any of those really jive with what we've got going on. So I'm not going to use those. But let's pull some of these in. So what colors are we kind of missing? Oh, this would be pretty. This rusty color. So, that. Should we do 3 colors? No, pull in this darker one. That's pretty. Oops. Don't you hate when that happens? Drat. I'm like Stunkelklutz today. You know what it is? Yesterday I did a bunch of cleaning. Extra stuff. I bought a steam mop. For the love of God. Bought a steam mop last week. So I've been, and I wasn't feeling well last week. So this week I'm like, ooh, I gotta play. Okay, so what other color? I don't love the orange. The pink's different, huh? Or it's not a pink, it's a peach. Tag on it. And you won't even really see them, right? Like, because they kind of blend in, but it's just, that shiny texture just is something different if you're really looking at it. So we'll do 3 up there, and we can do 3 down here. So let's do the darker blue. Son of a, Simple Stories is not usually this bad. Let's do it. I want to leave room to write, so let's tuck right here. Yeah, so the Simple Stories Remember I'm looking forward to. And I don't know. Paige Evans has a new line coming out apparently. And I haven't seen any pictures of it yet. So I'm curious to know what that'll be. I'm guessing brights, because it generally is with her. And what else? I don't know. I haven't seen anything that's really grabbing me right now, but there's been so much good stuff come out lately that I'm not like really craving anything either. Okay. I think that's done. Because, oh, I don't have a title. I hadn't even thought about what I'm going to do for a title. Could do Success or I don't know. It's hard for a hunting type thing, right? And then it depends on what colors we have, because I don't want it to be ridiculous. That green, if we did green, blue, and that peachy color mixed, that would be all right, but or just the peach, or just the blue. Let's see, what do we have for blue? We could do, can we do Hunt? No N. Success. We would need 3 S's. So then it's getting into a mix of colors, which is fine if it's a longer one. Or, I don't know. I'm going to think about it, and I'll just leave it at that. And when I show the final pictures at the end here, I will have a title. I won't have journaling, and I won't have photos just yet, because I don't really want to share those. So anyway, that's it for today. Here's our sketch. I'm pretty happy with how close I stayed. So again, this was day 3 from Follow a Sketch February. And that's, is it Scrapbook Generations that does that one? Yes. And this is using a page kit from my Old into New series. So I think I've got one left, because one ended up being a double page. So see what we can come up with for that last one. Hopefully at this stage it's going to be old into old, because this is not really a new line anymore. But anyway, that's the first time I've kind of dug into it, so that's kind of, I'm happy with that. Anyway, that's it for today, guys. Thanks for stopping by and spending some time with me, and we will see you again soon. Thanks so much. Bye.